Shalom, shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who preach this word in truth and sincerity, salutations, and much respect. Shalom, shalom to the faithful and sincere believers. Shalom. Today, I was looking at this video by a brother, an elder brother from the GMS camp, and he was addressing the topic of, there's a city in Texas, man. It's a city named Edom. The city's name is Edom. I never knew that, you know. I never knew that. These people know who they are. Like, they know who they are. They It's funny, Israel. These people know who they are, man. Hold on. I don't know if it's showing correctly, but yeah, man. The city's called Edom, man. And man, this is crazy, man. You know? And I'm gonna go to Genesis. Genesis chapter 25, verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. Edom, Edom is Esau, man. And Esau is the so-called white man. The so-called white man is not white, man. His skin is not white, man. This is the color white. He's not that color. He's red. His blood shows through his skin. See, look. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So yeah, man. These Edomites, man, they're red, man. They're red, man. The so-called white man is Esau, man. And they know who they are, man. The city in Texas, man. They name their cities after their own names, man. And that's in Psalms. And I was looking at the demographic on it. This is Wikipedia, and it did a ratio of the racial makeup of the city, man. And 95.3% of the racial makeup of the city is white, man. So-called white people. 95%. And it's 0.31% Native American, 3.73% of other races, man. So it's mostly made up of so-called white people. That's Edom, man. That's Esau, man. These people know who they are, man. And man, another thing that I used to watch, I used to watch wrestling a lot, And this is a funny thing, man. I'm going to go into Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. The blessing that Esau received was, the sword, because he cried for a blessing after Jacob got the birthright of the kingdom, right? So look, this is Genesis 27, verse 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live. So yeah, man, he's red, and his blessing was the sword, man. So I'm gonna pull up this picture of this wrestler, man, by the name of Brock Lesnar, man. And he he's like spitting image, man, of who these people are, man. Spitting image of who these people are, man. Look at this. That man, he's red. And look what tattoo he has on the front of his chest, man. A sword. A sword. Why do you think he has that shit? Why? Because he fucking knows who he is. He's an Edomite. The so-called white man is an Edomite. You know? And you Edomites are going into slavery, man. That is your future. You Edomites are going into slavery. And I'm going to pull... This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And you know, man, these Edomites, man, these so-called white men, you know, they're actually red, man. They've been, you know, killing us for the longest, man, since the Renaissance. You know, they've been, you know, massacred the so-called Native Americans, which are our brothers. You know, they hung, you know, they hung us, had us on cargo slave ships, you know, and they still oppress us to this day, man. And you know, man, you know, they're fucked, man. They're gonna be our slaves in the kingdom, and then after 1,000 years, they're gonna be destroyed, cut off. See, this is Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise man out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty man, OT man, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. So, man, your future is death, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. You know, and your lineage goes by the nationality of your father, man. So it might be some chocolate covered Edomites. You gonna get it as well, man. If your father is a so-called, if your lineage goes back to a so-called European, you know, you're an Edomite. You so-called white man are Edomites. Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, you know, the Rothschilds, all y'all going into fucking slavery, man. You're going to be our fucking slaves in the kingdom. And we're going to kill your kids. We're going to dash their heads against the stones, man. And let me get Salakia Israel. I got to get one more scripture, man. One more scripture. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So, you know, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true Hebrew Israelites, man, you know, through Yahweh Shai, you know, we're going to get our redemption, man, and our revenge on you so-called white man, you know, and the other nations, man. But this is mainly for you so-called white man, Edomites, Esau. You're going to fucking die, man. You're going to be our slaves for 1,000 years in hardcore bondage. And then after that, man, you're destroyed, man. You know, had us on fucking cargo slave ships and shit, raping our women and lynching us, man. And you massacred our brothers, Gad, you know, the Native Americans, you know, and stole their land. America's not your fucking land, man. You stole that shit. Y'all gonna be fucking, y'all gonna get paid 10 times, man. You know, all this shit gonna come on your head. Hardcore slavery, 1,000 years, man. And after that shit, man, you done, man. The Lord's gonna destroy you, all of you. You know? And with that, man, I'm gonna say Shalom, Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalom, Israel.